Hello guys, what's going on, and welcome back to the ZeroEmpires Invitational. This is now round 4, and I have skipped a couple of rounds out, and I've not done much coverage of the tournament yet, because a lot of you guys were complaining that the level of the games was a little bit too low, and you kind of wanted to wait a little bit more to see the higher level games towards the end of the tournament, and this is round 4 of 6, so a game here is between Spring and Monsieur Tatillon, and well, Monsieur Tatillon, Monsieur Tatillon, I don't know how to say that. He's the 8th seed in the tournament, and Spring is the number 1 seed. So hopefully we should have a couple of interesting games, or a few interesting games. This is of course a best of 3, so I'm looking forward to seeing how this one goes, and I will be doing coverage of every single game from the ZeroEmpires Invitational from round 4 onwards now. So you can be guaranteed to catch all of the action. But while this game is getting started, I want to go through a couple of things. There's going to be a bit of a roller coaster of a video here because I've got a lot to talk about and a lot to cover. Firstly, I want to apologise for the lack of top level games or just general commentaries on the channel at the moment. There's a couple of reasons for that. I've been quite busy with work, and I've got a lot of other things going on as well, but the main thing really is that, to be honest with you, I've been feeling pretty down recently about not being able to cast any more big tournament games that are organised by the Tyrant sponsor or whatever. It's really getting to me, and I kind of want to just clear up a few things so you guys can understand the situation. Basically, I am not going to be able to cast, this is the bottom line, I am not going to be able to live stream any high-level tournament games from now on. It's as simple as that. It's just not going to happen. I mean, my choices are stream on the Voobly channel or don't stream at all, and I cannot stream on the Voobly channel. Regardless of what people say, yes, you can stream on the Voobly channel. You're more than welcome to. It's not going to happen for various reasons that include the fact that people won't want me to be streaming on there, and there would be a protest against that, and also because of my own personal reasons, which I'm not going to start a flame war and get into it, but that is the bottom line. And that kind of gets to me a lot, because I've been casting games, high-level games, for almost 3 years now, and it's kind of depressing and it's kind of sad when it comes to this, and it's not going to happen. Also, I have recently deleted my AOC Zone account, had that deleted, and a couple of people have been asking me why, and I'll give a quick explanation once again. Simply because I am fed up of being flamed and getting into, or being trolled by people on that forum. It, to me, is quite a toxic community now. A lot of you guys came to, or posted on AOC Zone to support me in trying to be able to stream these tournament games, and you saw what happened. You were all called ZeroEmpires fanboys, and people were just generally extremely rude, and I just had enough of it. I mean, why surround yourself with people who make you angry and just flame you all the time? There is no point to it whatsoever. So that's pretty much concluded that. Also as well, the petition we did a while ago for the sponsor to allow me to stream the Tyrant Wars 2, yeah, that didn't happen, and I've still not heard anything from anyone regarding it, aside from the fact that I was disrespectful to the sponsor for basically making a petition, which is, in my eyes, completely wrong. But that's enough of the kind of that's enough of that. I don't want to talk about too many negative things because it's simply not worth it, and instead I'm going to talk about the positives, and that is a massive thank you to you guys, because the channel's just reached 35,000 subscribers and 10 million video views, which is just beyond anything that I would have ever imagined when I started this channel. It's insane to think that that many people out there have subscribed and that many video views have been accrued over the time that I've been doing this, and it's fantastic. And when I noticed that, it just made me put all of this crap that's gone on just behind me, and I'm going to move completely on and forget about it and just move on and distance myself from that entirely, because you guys are still here, and that's what matters, and that is what I'm doing this for. I'm doing this because I want to entertain you guys with top level games, or just games in general, and that is exactly what I'm going to continue to do. So from now on, any high-level games, I won't be able to live stream them, but I will cast them and I will post them on the channel, and they will be in higher quality than a live stream can be. They will be have more features than a live stream can have, and you won't have to sit through the restarts that a live stream would have as well. So I'm going to provide you with the best quality tournament game coverage that I possibly can, and that is a promise, and I owe it to you guys. So thank you all so much, and I do want to say a couple of special thank yous as well while we're here, while this game is still in the dark age and we've got a bit of time to kill. I just want to say thank you to the user patch guys who've really made so much possible with the Age of Empires community. They've done a fantastic job, and they don't get enough credit, and they really should. And I also want to say a massive thanks to Idle Beaver and Augustus Caesar, who have been very supportive and really motivate me to continue doing this, you know, outside of the channel comments or whatever. They're really great people. So yeah, but that's all been done and said, so if that's annoyed you in any way, I apologize. I don't usually talk about stuff like that for a long period of time, but let's get back to the game. So yeah, up to the north of the map in the blue we have got Spring. He is playing as the Italians, and down to the south in the teal we have got Monsieur Tatillon, as we've seen already, also playing as the Italians here. The map, of course, is Team Islands, and well, we've been watching Monsieur Tatillon so far, but we're going to have a quick look at what Spring is doing. Now, the nice thing about Team Islands, of course, is the possibility for a landing, which is what I really hope we will see here. I absolutely love seeing landings because it can often change the game around completely. In fact, there is a game that I streamed quite some time ago of Spring doing an incredible comeback from a landing, and well, maybe he will be inspired to do a landing of his own, or maybe he'll go for docks and grush Monsieur Tatillon out of existence, who knows. But he is up to the feudal age first, and Monsieur Tatillon is about 80%, 85% of the way. Spring, of course, then going to have quite a significant advantage going into the feudal age, quite a spring in his step as he starts making these first galleys way before Monsieur Tatillon is going to actually get feudal. He's just clicked up there, Spring just doing that double bit axe research, and I mean his water build is going to be absolutely spot on. He is a yeah, he's the #1 seed of this tournament, so it is expected that Spring would be the favourite here. Spring then bringing in his galleys straight away, scouted that first dock already, and now going to go straight towards the second. Mr. Tatillon not too far behind. I mean, he is slower at getting these galleys out, but if he micros well, he could start to pull it back. But yeah, he's got to be very careful here not to lose too many galleys before he can start massing them up. And if Spring sticks on 3 docks, then that's all well and good. Monsieur Tatillon probably going to want to have to go to 4 here, which he is doing, adding in that 4th now, if he is going to come back onto the water, because at this stage, it's looking pretty grim already. And Monsieur Tatillon going for the fishing ships, but bottling it and running away before any damage can be really done there. That fishing ship staying alive. Worth noting, the is it the Italians? I think the Italians have really strong fishing ships. Let me check that. We need to have a quick look. No, fishing ships +2 line of sight, so the fishing ships get a little bit more visibility on the map. I do forget these unique techs and unique abilities that these civs have sometimes. So yeah, Monsieur Tatillon giving Spring the runaround, and it's going to get chased down and caught out as Spring sends those 2 galleys that way. Monsieur Tatillon still trying to get up that 4th dock, but actually Spring's going to deny it, and this is already looking pretty bad for Monsieur Tatillon. He was too slow up to feudal, you know, really slow getting up in comparison to Spring there. And I think he's going to have a little bit of trouble soon as well with food. A few other villagers under the TC should be looking to get a berry bush out, sorry, a mill on this berry bush. We can see Spring already milled that one up there with 4 villagers, and probably more going over very soon. Of course, Spring going to have, as I said, a very good water build here, and we can see that already. I mean, he's already got that mill up, he's already got the water control, and he's doing that on 3 docks. And of course, Monsieur Tatillon trying to go up to 4. Going to release those galleys though, and going to be looking to either try and kill off Spring's fishing ships, or well, try and catch him off guard and pick off some galleys where he can. Now at this stage, if you're losing the water like this already, you've got to really ask some questions and think about what you're going to do to get yourself out of this position. Now, sometimes you don't have many options, sometimes you do. And on Team Islands, it's one of those maps where you do have more options available. It's easier to sneak a dock and get a landing done or something like that. And Monsieur Tatillon could pull that off, but he has got a limited amount of time to do it because he has to do that damage whilst he still can. Big problem here though. I've just realised, I just heard the blacksmith going up for Monsieur Tatillon there. He is going to only be getting fletching right about now, whereas Spring already has that tech done. We saw him getting that blacksmith up as soon as he put that third dock up, and that for him is fantastic. He's also starting to pick off these fishing ships, and like I say, Monsieur Tatillon going to have a bit of trouble with villager count very soon. He is on 45 population, losing a villager there on that dock as he runs away. And, well, 45 population to Spring's 52 at this moment in time. And Spring's just going to keep climbing at this rate because he will have a slightly better economy thanks to having these extra fishing ships out at this stage, and well, fishing ships actually working. They're no good if they're running away, even if you have them. So Monsieur Tatillon really has to get the water back now, and if he doesn't do that, then he has to pull off something else entirely. The problem is, his army's a little bit split up. He's putting out a little bit of an attack on the left, getting quite a few galley kills already over here. But because his army's split in half, and Spring has the superior army in size anyway, that is going to be a big problem for Monsieur Tatillon to pull it back on the water. So like I say, if you're in the position now where you know you're losing the water, he's going to go down to 2 docks. He has to do something differently. He has to pull something out of the bag. And usually that thing is a landing, and you know, for Monsieur Tatillon, a dock over here, a transport ship over, it's probably going to catch Spring a little bit unawares. But even saying that, Spring would be able to kind of know that Monsieur Tatillon was going to do a landing. You know, if you win the water on a map like this, the first thing you should do is think, right, I'm probably going to be landed, and if I'm not landed, I've won the game. So you should probably think about getting a barracks up just to be safe, and Spring may do that once he realizes that he has well and truly won the water here, which it certainly looks to be the case. And now, I don't know if Monsieur Tatillon is going to continue to play on for a long while after losing the water. It may be that he decides to try and boom up on the land, and maybe even try and outboom Spring, in which case he may be able to try and make a comeback on the water if he gets enough stone for a castle, for instance, and puts some docks around it. But that will be extremely difficult. Spring now as well has got that market up. I thought he was going to be going up to castle, but he's continuing to invest in... No, he's not continuing to invest. What is he doing then? He is... Let's see... Oh, he is going castle. Wow. I was going to say, I could swear he should be going castle at this stage. It turns out he was going castle all along, and I just was blind. So Spring, yeah, I mean, he's obviously doing the castle age upgrade now. No more galleys even being built at this stage. Monsieur Tatillon going for those fishing ships, but like I say, I mean, he is heavily outnumbered now, and Spring should be able to clear these galleys up with no problem whatsoever. Monsieur Tatillon still feudal as well, which is obviously a big problem for him. Struggling to get that food in, like I said before. He was quite late putting those villagers over to the berries, and now he has lost his fishing ships as well, which is quite a big problem in the world of AOC. Fishing is hugely important on a water map, and it will give you many significant advantages should you do it. So yeah, Monsieur Tatillon, a lot of farms, as you can see. Spring, I'd say less farms at this stage. He really doesn't need that many. And obviously less farms means less wood spending, and less wood spending means more boats. Ultimately, saving wood wherever you can and having a good wood economy on a map like this is vital. Spring's eco looks fantastic at this stage. I mean, he has got a little bit of a build-up of food and wood, but that's not generally a problem at this point in time, because he will go castle, he will be able to afford 2 TCs straight away, and he'll have enough bank of food to produce villagers from all 3 TCs. However, Spring now sending these 5 villagers across, and he will be doing the landing, which is fantastic. Monsieur Tatillon not going to see it. I thought he was going to just scout that out. In fact, maybe he did. Maybe he actually did. I don't know. It was a close one. I think he might have not seen that, but maybe he'll see it now. I mean, wow, he's pretty close there. But Springer going to be getting up that barracks, and he will be doing the landing now. Monsieur Tatillon still feudal age. He is going up to the castle age, but he doesn't have a barracks yet, so he's going to have no real way to counter this landing from Spring at all. Spring going with an archery range. He will go for crossbowmen, as that seems to be the logical choice with the Italians. The Italians, by the way, fantastic civilization. They are actually technically a water civ as well, and I do love the Italian dock. It looks fantastic. Spring then getting up, yeah, his second TC over here. His third TC is non-existent yet. He is instead investing that wood into military buildings, as we can see, and not even adding in any more docks or anything. I think he's probably feeling fairly confident at this stage of the game. Second range going up, and we'll see crossbow coming in any moment now. There it is. As well as, of course, bodkin arrow, which has already been done. So Monsieur Tatillon, no idea that this landing is here. He should probably expect it. His opponent has the water, and the Team Islands is a big landmass, or has a big landmass, and that big landmass, of course, going to be making landing opportunities much more viable. Definitely worth getting Town Watch if you can, because that will give your houses more line of sight, and it will help you to spot landings much easier. I mean, Monsieur Tatillon has got the right idea. He's building the houses around the edge of the shoreline, but now it's a little bit too late. Yeah, castle age for Monsieur Tatillon. He's finally up, but yes, Spring's got these crossbows in the woodline. They've got +2 attack, and Monsieur Tatillon has no barracks, nothing to counter this in any way, shape, or form. Has got a couple of docks at the back. He is resuming fishing, but yeah, it's going to be tough for him here. He needs this barracks, and at the moment he's putting up a siege workshop, which is okay for now, but it's going to be tough. Like I say, I mean, this reaction from him is coming way too late. And Spring is already going to do significant eco damage. Whether or not this siege workshop comes up and the mangonel comes out, problem for Monsieur Tatillon, he is low on gold. He's low on, well, pretty much everything, just using the market there to get a bit of extra resource and afford this mangonel. But first villagers going down already for Spring, and this is going to be, sorry, not Spring, for Monsieur Tatillon, and this is going to be a very quick defeat at this rate by the looks of things. Spring just picking those villagers off from the hillside, and there's the GG from Monsieur Tatillon. Pretty expected timing on that GG there. I think from that situation, or that position, he would have been very hard pressed to come back from anything. But yeah, I mean, generally speaking, we could have expected Spring to win that one anyway. Like I say, he is the #1 seed of the tournament, Monsieur Tatillon #8 seed, and Spring clearly the favourite to take that game. This is a best of 3 though, so we will have a look at game 2 in the next video. I forget, I'm not streaming, so usually I say in just a moment, but no, we'll see that in the next video, which will be coming your way very shortly. But thanks a lot for watching, guys. As usual, I've been Zach, and I will see you next time.